I think there's so many ways that I can continue to get better, and I feel like there were so many ways I could have been even better this year. It's definitely fun for us. It's fun for a lot of fans in the Midwest that, cheered us on when we were in college.
You know how Caitlin Clark's been tearing it up on the court? Well, guess what? The WNBA just changed their whole finals format because of her. That's right, we're talking a best-of-7 series now. Can you believe it? One player shook up the entire league. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture this. Clark steps onto the court for her first WNBA game.
Right there to congratulate me or just be somebody that's offered advice. So to pass somebody like her, I'm just forever thankful that she's been such.
I think we're used to it. I think if anything, it probably gives them a little fire. It's like, this is our home crowd. This is our...
The arena's buzzing. Everyone's watching. And boom! She starts dropping threes like they're nothing. Assists? She's dishing them out left and right. The crowd's going wild. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. But you know what's even crazier? This is just the beginning. The WNBA is about to change in ways you can't even imagine. We're talking big moves, people, and it's all because of Clark. One rookie is turning the whole league upside down. It's never happened before in basketball history. Not like this. Get ready, because the WNBA you knew, it's about to be totally different. All right, let's talk money. Because in sports, that's where the real power is. Clark stepped onto the court, and suddenly, the WNBA's seeing dollar signs everywhere. Ticket sales? Through the roof. TV ratings? Sky high. And merchandise? Let's just say Clark's jersey is hotter than a summer game in Phoenix. But the real question is, how high can these numbers go? We're talking about a total of 54 million viewers tuning in to watch WNBA games in 2024. That's not just a little bump, it's a massive 170% increase from the year before. Can you even imagine that kind of growth? It's like the whole country suddenly realized how awesome women's basketball is, and it's all thanks to Clark.
This was our last regular season one at home. It's fun, it's on the weekends, an afternoon game, like those are just better. That loves to work, so it won't be hard for me to want to get in the gym and to get even better and,
But here's where it gets really wild. Clark's jersey became the top-selling WNBA item by mid-season. Not just for rookies, not just for her team. We're talking the entire league. People couldn't get enough of her merch. It's like everyone wanted a piece of the Clark magic. And the games? They weren't just games anymore. They were events. Must-see TV. The kind of thing you cancel plans for. Clark's presence on the court turned regular season matchups into can't-miss spectacles. People who never cared about basketball before were suddenly glued to their screens, watching Clark work her magic. Even the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, had to admit it. She called it the Clark effect. The league was growing so fast, getting so much attention, that they had to change things up. The old way of doing things just wasn't cutting it anymore. Clark's record-breaking season showed that the WNBA needed to adapt, to get bigger and better, to keep up with all the new fans pouring in.
One of the best teammates I've ever had, so it's fun getting to watch her have some success.
You mentioned a tough start.
How much better is Indiana's defense?
A lot better. I think Coach Christie's probably most proud of that. I think in the second half we were really good. What they finished with 75 points. We usually win when we hold teams.
But it's not just about the numbers. Clark's changing how people see women's basketball. It's not just a sport anymore. It's entertainment. It's excitement. It's something people want to be part of. The media can't get enough of her. Social media's buzzing non-stop. And suddenly, the WNBA is cool in a way it's never been before. And you know what's really crazy? Clark's star power brought in an extra $50 million for the WNBA in 2024. That's not chump change. That's game-changing money. It's the kind of cash that can transform a league, open up new possibilities, maybe even lead to new teams or bigger contracts for players. Now the WNBA's got a new game plan. They're not just hoping for success anymore. They're building their future around stars like Clark. They're using her popularity to bring in new fans and keep them hooked on the game. It's a whole new way of thinking about women's basketball.
You can tell they're just there for good basketball. They're almost cheering for both teams, it feels like. They're all standing up there at the end. We've honestly struggled to guard this team, and I think it just speaks to their offensive firepower that they have, like Enrique and Sabali's really good. And then
You know how everyone's been buzzing about Caitlin Clark joining the WNBA? Well, hold on to your seats because the league just dropped a bombshell that's going to change everything. We're not talking about a few tweaks here and there. We're talking about a total overhaul of the playoffs, and it's all because of Clark. Picture this. The WNBA offices are buzzing with excitement. Everyone's whispering, wondering what big announcement is coming. Fans are glued to their phones, refreshing social media every 5 seconds. The anticipation is through the roof. And then, bam, the news hits like a thunderbolt. Starting in 2025, the WNBA Finals are going to be a best-of-7 series. Can you believe it? This is huge, people. We're talking about a major leap forward for women's basketball. It's like the WNBA is saying, we're not just a sideshow anymore. We're the main event. But that's not all. The whole playoff format is getting a makeover. The first round, it's going to be a 1-1-1 setup. And the semifinals, best of 7, just like the finals. This means more games, more drama, and more chances for epic comebacks. It's like the WNBA looked at March Madness and said, hold my beer. And you know who's behind all this? Caitlin Clark. Okay, not directly, but her impact is written all over these changes. The league saw how she was lighting up college basketball, how fans couldn't get enough of her, and they thought, we need to step up our game.
It's fun to kind of look back. Like, people always ask me, like, what's your favorite road arena? And I'm like, they're all so different and unique in their own way. And we just continue to work and get better and be positive. And that's probably, easy with a young group. Like, obviously we got some young players, but our vets were really good too.
WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert even said it herself. The league's growth and increased demand for WNBA basketball make this the ideal time to expand the schedule. Provide fans more opportunities to see the best players in the world compete at the highest level. Translation, Clark's coming and we need to be ready. But here's the kicker. These changes aren't just about making the playoffs longer. They're about giving fans what they want. More basketball, more drama, more chances to see stars like Clark do their thing on the biggest stage. It's like the WNBA is saying, you want more? We'll give you more. And you know what's really wild? This is just the beginning. The WNBA isn't stopping here. They're looking at everything. The regular season, the All-Star game, you name it. They're thinking, how can we make this bigger and better? And it's all because of the Clark effect. Think about it. One player comes along and suddenly the whole league is changing its playbook. That's power. That's impact. That's the kind of thing that doesn't just change a season. It changes the entire future of a sport. Now you might be thinking Clark's got this in the bag, but hold up. Remember what Diana Taurasi said? Reality is coming. Clark looked unstoppable in college, but the WNBA's a whole new ballgame. Can she adapt, or will she struggle like other college stars before her? Let's break it down. Clark's been lighting up college basketball like a fireworks show. She's averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's insane. But here's the thing, the WNBA isn't just a step up, it's a whole different world. Imagine Clark stepping onto the court for her first pro game. She's facing players who've been in the league for years. They're stronger, faster, and they've seen every trick in the book. Clark's deep threes that worked in college, they might not be so easy to pull off now. Diana Taurasi, one of the WNBA's biggest stars, didn't hold back. She said, you look superhuman playing against some 18-year-olds, but you're going to come play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time? Ouch. That's like saying, sure, you were the big fish in a small pond, but welcome to the ocean, rookie. But don't count Clark out just yet. She's got some tricks up her sleeve that might just work in the pros. Her deep shooting range? That could be a game changer. In the WNBA, where every inch of the court matters, a player who can consistently drain shots from way downtown is like gold.
She kind of bobbled the pass, then got an and one, missed a free throw, and we came up with it, and then Kel scored. I think that definitely gave us some confidence and allowed us to kind of settle in. I thought the game was really fun. Obviously, Once we got it to 8, I wish we could have kept that a little bit better. We didn't execute really.
And let's talk about her passing. Clark's vision on the court is like she's got eyes in the back of her head. She can thread the needle and find teammates in ways that leave defenders scratching their heads. That kind of skill doesn't just disappear when you hit the pros. Rebecca Lobo, another WNBA legend, sees the bright side. She said, "There will be challenges, but at the same time, the talent around her is also going to be better." Think about it. Clark's going to be playing with and against the best of the best. That could push her to new heights. But here's where it gets tricky. The physicality of the WNBA is no joke. Clark struggled against aggressive defenses in college, especially during the NCAA tournament. Now she's facing that kind of defense every single night. It's like going from fighting one boss to an entire army of them. The pressure's on too. The WNBA's made all these changes, partly because of the buzz around Clark. What if she doesn't live up to the hype? What if she can't handle the pressure? It's not just about her performance. It's about justifying all these big moves the league's made. But here's the thing. Even if Clark struggles at first, her impact could be huge. She's already changing how people see women's basketball. More fans, more media attention, more excitement. That's not going away, even if she has a rocky start. And who knows? Maybe Clark's arrival will push other players to step up their game. Maybe we'll see veteran players adding new skills to their arsenal to keep up with the rookie phenom. It could raise the level of play across the entire league. Let's wrap this up. Caitlin Clark's joining the WNBA and everything's changing. The league's gone all in, expanding the playoffs and finals. But it's not going to be easy for Clark. The pros are tough, and she'll face challenges she never saw in college. Here's the thing though. Clark's impact is bigger than just basketball. She's changing how people see women's sports. More fans, more money, more attention. It's like she lit a fire under the whole league. So what's next? Who knows? Maybe we'll see new teams, bigger contracts, or even more changes to the game. One thing's for sure, women's basketball will never be the same. Clark's not just changing the WNBA, she's changing the future of women's sports. And we're all here for it.